Hola Marina, ¿cómo estás hoy?
Hola Ben, pues fenomenal, ¿tú qué tal?
Pues estoy fenomenal, gracias. I'm super happy we've got another episode of I Love Real Spanish, where we teach you the real Spanish that you're never going to find in a textbook or a big name app. So you sound amazing when you're por ahí, when you're out there in a Spanish-speaking country and have amazing experiences. Okay. Interestingly, because you could be in Spain, you could be in Peru, you could be in Mexico, we're often asked, what's the difference between Spanish and South American? Spanish, if I learn Spanish with you, that you're mainly speaking Spanish from Madrid, is it any use if I go to Mexico, South America? So we're going to talk about that today, and we're going to look at some really cool phrases from South America and how they compare to Spanish phrases. So that's the real Spanish section coming later. But first, what about this question, Marina? Spanish from Spain, Spanish from South America, does it matter?
No importa. Hay una gran parte del idioma que es común y luego hay algunas variaciones como el acento, que es propio de cada país o de cada región, y algunas expresiones que cambian. Yo encuentro que aprender español de México o de Argentina es una experiencia enriquecedora.
Okay, so quick stop there, quick translation. So Marina said that there's a lot of most of the Spanish language is common. Not whether you're speaking it to an Argentinian person, to a Spanish person, or whether the person is from Argentina, Peru, Mexico, or Spain. I don't know what the percentage is. I'd say it's up in the 90s, is completely common, no? And then there's particularities in each country or each region which change a little bit. So for example, voy a manejar el carro means I'm going to drive the car. That's what you might hear, I think, in Mexico.
Y nosotros diríamos voy a conducir el coche.
So, conducir in Spain, manejar in Mexico. Coche in Spain y
Carro.
Carro in Mexico. I love these things. It's so interesting. And as Marina said, es ¿cómo se dice?
Enriquecedor.
Enriquecedor.
Y me da una visión global del idioma.
Yeah, it's enriching, enriquecedor. That's a lovely word, that, enriquecedor. And it gives you a global overview of the whole of Spanish. I mean, it's a bit like if I go to Australia, I love hearing how people, I mean, I don't know if this is still current, but I think at some point in Australia, had to have a can of beer, you'd have a tinny, for example. No? Sounds great. So you go to Australia and the slang's a bit different. You go to the US, the slang's a bit different from us British people who speak a little bit differently. No? So it's a bit like that. So it's enriching. And I tell you, we have got friends who are Mexican.
Yes, or Argentina.
Argentinian.
Or
Peruvian.
Colombian.
And we understand each other. It's
Perfectly.
not like they're speaking some completely different language. They use weird, for us, strange, different words, different bits of vocabulary.
And if that happens, I always ask. Usually I understand. But if in the rare case I don't understand, I ask because I like learning.
Yeah. You know, so Marina's got a friend who instead of piscina, swimming pool, says...
Pileta.
Pileta.
Vengan a bañarse a la pileta.
A la pileta. I've never heard that in my life. But when that person says it, I'm going to say, ¿la qué? And I'm going to say, la pileta, la piscina. And, how great is that? You know, I've just learned a lovely new Spanish word that they use in a different country. So it's completely enriching. But other than that, understanding is going to be complete. So again, it doesn't matter. Another one, money.
La plata.
La plata is
Me
used
encanta.
in a lot of South America.
Silver.
Plata, the silver. Plata is silver, la plata, for where we say el dinero,
El
the
dinero.
money. So, you know, these are the tiny differences. But, you know, the verb ser, the verb está, the verb tener, the verb haber, they're all the same.
Yes, yes. And
most of it's the same.
the grammar rules are general because they are established by the Real Academia de la Lengua. So even if the uses can be slightly different, there's like the correct version.
Like the building blocks.
Yes.
The Lego underneath it all is the same.
Yeah.
Okay. We've had so many examples of this from our listeners. There was a guy who wrote to me for a long time, a retired guy from the US, who was going down to Mexico 2 or 3 times a year to help out in a volunteer project. He'd learned a huge amount of his Spanish with us, and he said, I go to Mexico, I have the time of my life communicating with the people there in Spanish, and, you know, no problem at all. learning Spanish with us, going around, traveling around South America. We've heard this a lot. If you've got an experience of that, we want to hear it in the comments today. Okay, we had a great comment the other day on one of our videos from, well, the comment name was Labis. I'm guessing that's like a YouTube handle. But this person said, thanks for your fabulous videos and podcasts. So learning Spanish with us. I'm an American teacher trying to learn Spanish by living in Spanish-speaking countries for the summer. Last summer I was in Spain and this summer I'm in Colombia. I've had many failures in understanding, but yesterday I had a big success when I took my 5-year-old daughter to a day camp. The instructor gave us a tour and I understood 90% of what she said and what she was telling us, and I was able to respond to her questions. The whole camp is in Spanish and I know my daughter will make so much progress now that she's immersed, I'm sure.
That's fantastic, yeah.
The point here
Great.
is, the summer before she'd been in Spain, she's learnt Spanish with us from our podcasts and videos, and now she was in, my goodness,
Colombia.
Colombia. She's understanding 90% of what's said and is able to talk back to the Colombian person showing her around the camp. Okay, come on, let's have some more examples of real Spanish from South America and from Spain, because it's going to be fun. This is what we're talking about, the enriching part of it. Okay, so for example, Marina, give us a phrase from Argentina to mean it's really good.
Yes, my friend Ximena from Argentina used Está rebueno.
Rebueno. I love this. It's like re good. It's fantastically good. In Spain, in a good bit of sort of real Spanish slang from Spain, what would you say?
Es una pasada.
Right, again, it's una
I like
pasada. I love it. It's great. It's fantastic. All of these are listed underneath the video, by the way. Okay, so you'll find them there later. Cool or awesome, a word that you might find used in Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Mexico.
Okay, my friend Danny from Mexico uses this one. Dice, está chévere.
Está
O es muy
chévere.
chévere.
Yeah, chévere. It's lovely. It's such a lovely word. It means cool, awesome, no? In Spain, you'd say?
Es guay.
Is guay. Okay. A word for dude or mate, okay? And this is going to be used in Argentina commonly.
Tu boludo.
Tu, boludo. Boludo means dude, mate, guy.
En español?
In Spanish, Spain
tío.
Spanish.
Tío, vente, vienes.
Tío, tío, tía.
It's not my uncle.
Uncle or aunt, yeah. Our teenage son says this to his friends. Marina says it to her friends. Tía, ¿qué haces? Dude, what are you doing? You know, a lovely one. Uncle or aunt, meaning dude, mate, friend, whatever. A way of saying what? You know, like you want somebody to clarify something. They've said something you're not sure.
Or you haven't heard properly.
Say what?
I've heard my friend Danny from Mexico using this. Mande?
Mande? It's
like, what did you say?
Yeah, completely bizarre. They use that in Colombia and Ecuador as well, apparently. In Spain, they just, what do you want? You're not sure what someone said.
Would be very informal.
Yeah.
But, ¿qué? ¿Qué has dicho? No te he entendido.
¿Qué has dicho? No te he entendido, no? But I think I prefer the Mexican version.
Mande?
Mande. It's beautiful. Okay. Have we got any more? I think that's it. Those are listed underneath, but we want to hear from you. What is your favourite word or phrase from a South American country or from Spain? Please let us know in the comments underneath. Carry on listening to our podcasts, beginner, intermediate, advanced, as you've seen from the examples, and we've got countless more examples of this. You can learn all the Spanish that you want from us and then go wherever you want in the Spanish-speaking world, and you're going to have amazing experiences. So do that. The point is that you enjoy learning Spanish. If you enjoy learning it with us, you're going to learn far more and use it more wherever you go. You can pick up the worksheets as well in our whole enchilada pack, which will mean you probably learn double because we've listed all the coolest real Spanish, like the bits we shared today. Algo más?
Nada más por ahora.
Yeah, do join our newsletter list if you haven't yet. There's a link underneath to that too. And you'll get our How to Get Fluent Fast in Spanish free report, which has helped lots of people get way more fluent. Hala, hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima.
Adiós.